The root cause of diabetes is not sugar. It's meat eating. You have fructose and glucose stored up in your body at all times. It's stored up in your liver as glycogen. So we already see that the root cause of diabetes is not sugar. It's meat and dairy products. The lipid particles from those foods that you eat. The word lipid just means fat. So the fat coats the cellulose of your cells, and it don't allow sugar to penetrate the cell. So when insulin is not allowed to penetrate the cell to drop off sugar inside of the cell, so that the mitochondria is the digestive part of your cell. When the mitochondria digests that sugar turns into carbon. That carbon turns into water. That water turns into ATP. ATP is adenosine triphosphate. ATP is what gives you energy. So we see that the meat, the fat particles from the meat and from the dairy, it coats the cellulose of your cell and doesn't allow sugar by the way of insulin to penetrate the cell. And all of this comes from the pancreas. Inside of the pancreas, you have something called the islands of Langerhans. The islands of Langerhans is what creates your insulin. It creates your beta cells, your alpha cells, and your delta cells. What are your delta cells? Your delta cells is what create glycagon. What is your beta cells? Your beta cells is what creates insulin. Insulin is a salt, not a sugar. It's what brings the glucose levels down. What is the alpha cells? The alpha cells is a combination of insulin and glycogen, but it also have a parathyroid growth hormone in it as well. So when you're dealing with diabetes, you got to look at the parathyroid as well. But we all see that sugar in and of itself is not the root cause of diabetes. You have so many different types of sugars. You got glucose, you got fructose, you got lactose, you got pentose. You get so many different types of sugar. So you have to understand the types of sugars that you put into your body. What's the good sugars and what's the bad sugars? So now that we see that meat eating and dairy products is the root cause of diabetes, in order to get rid of your diabetes, you got to stop eating the meat. You have to stop eating the dairy products. You got to come off the food that gave you the diabetes. You go on an all fruit diet, you drink your spring water, you drink your coconut water, you drink your fruit juice water, and you eat your fruits, and you go on an all fruit diet, your diabetes will go away in about 3 or 4 months. You look up, you diabetic free. And if you think I'm kidding, you can look this stuff up. It's all open for you to look it up. I have no reason to lie. So with that being said, the root cause of diabetes is from meat and dairy products. It doesn't come from sugar. The root cause of diabetes is not sugar.